It's happened so fast, but I've still managed to forget who was the casters in the last match. It was Wingnut and Bart before, so let's do Suetonia and the Basilisk for this one.
Yeah, so welcome back to the arena. A different arena to last time, as was mentioned, hopped over to a different system. Quickly getting underway, 30 seconds. So let's just run through the teams. The minions have brought... Is it the minions? It is the minions, apologies. Have brought triple Barghest with a Zarmazd, a Magus, a Pontifex, a Heretic, a Vengeance, and 2 Skybreakers. So it's an interesting Barghest comp, one that we haven't really seen before. Suetonia?
Yeah, and Turbofeed of Glory, they bought triple Barghest, Rapier, Stork, Bifrost, 2 Kirins, a Griffin, and a Garma. So more of a traditional Barghest comp, I would say.
Yeah, we got lots of Barghests on field, but 2 distinctly different flavors of Barghest here as the match does get underway. So let's just take a look at what's going on here. I'm imagining they're all going to be rapid heavy missile. So they're just going to volley and see if they can wipe something out, and then they're all probably going to go on reload at about the same time. We'll probably have a little period of calm before the storm once again starts. And this Barghest of Tiro Nari has been selected as the guy to take the missiles to the face for Turbofeed or Glory.
Yeah, and Turbofeed are going for that Magus, and if that Magus goes down, then potentially like removing the links from their side, or at least one of the link ships, they still have a Ponti, be pretty big. Looks like the damage is going onto the Zarmad now too.
Yeah, the Zarmazd and the Magus. I mean, the Magus is painted, so the Griffin just goes down. As we were talking about, the Griffin just draws pure aggro. You see the Griffin and you start frothing at the mouth. Got to kill that thing, and immediately he goes down. So, I mean, very limited impact on this match from the Griffin at the start there.
Yeah, well, potentially he did waste the time of their Barghest, taking them off through Nari, who is holding at about half shields. I assume it looks like he's probably gonna live to a reload because there really isn't any damage aside from the Barghests. The Skybreakers are more support. The Vengeance is probably support as well, and the Heretic, I believe it does have light missile launchers. In case people are wondering why you would bring an Interdictor to the, it actually has rocket launchers, which is kind of interesting. So it's more of a brawling Heretic.
But anyway, it doesn't actually look like this Barghest. Well, I mean, he might, but it's going to be significantly worse for wear if he does survive. He's in low armor. About to start entering Hull, so I mean, these other Barghests, God, this is going to get confusing with all the Barghests. These other Barghests still not on reload, although I think they might. Are they? He's picking back shields again. Have they just gone on reload? So I mean, another one of those, another round 2, and he'll not be long for this world. But I mean, for now, he seems to be picking back up shield. The Kirins are saying, quick, wrap them up before they get their missiles back in their launchers again. But yeah, another one of those, and he'll be done for.
I mean, one thing that's worth noticing as well is that there's hardly any shield bots on the Blueberry Pancake team, which is Turbofeed of Glory. They've only just put some more ones out now, so I wasn't paying attention. Maybe they got cleared off by smart bombs, but there's like very few. There was very few rep bots out for them. We're seeing a few more drones come out now, but at one point there was like no drones on the field for their side. So I believe they must have got smart bombed off by something. And Karas is Magus there though, holding in 1% structure, and it's gone.
But aside from that, the minions Barghest clearly reloaded, back in full operational weaponry and melting through Tironari, who does finally go down on the second volley. So now they've got, what, 3/4 of that clip left to decide what else are we going to kill. Maybe they shoot the Rapier. I mean, I don't think they can go through another. They are choosing to go through another Barghest. So, I mean, that's a bit of a questionable decision for me. They know how long it's going to take to kill the Barghest. It's a known entity. They've already killed one, and it took 2 whole, well, 1 and a bit volleys. I suppose they'll be able to get it somewhere through the 3rd reload cycle. But, I mean, sort of committing at least a minute of the match in the future to killing this Barghest. You know you can't get him straight away, so you're sort of gambling a little bit, saying, well, can we survive for this next minute without losing anything? They haven't lost anything else apart from the Magus so far.
Yeah, there's no rep bots on him this time around, though, so maybe he will drop a lot faster than the first initial Barghest. I think it really depends if they can go through or not. We're going to see the impact that Magus is going to have, the Magus death in a second too, when like the presumably had like some kind of armor links. When they get removed, the minions team are getting a bit more squishy. It looks like Kaneko is kind of holding now a little bit. It looks like the Barghest aren't shooting him anymore, and it's just, you know, DPS from the Heretic that's on him and the drones.
Yeah, they certainly got closer than last time with him now sitting at about 55% hull, but again, he's still not dead, so I mean, as I said, they're going to have to wait for another reload to take him down. They're just sort of whittling through him. But this Kirin now of Leonardo goes down instantly. So, yeah, I mean, with only 1 Kirin left, they definitely can't tank much longer. I'm not sure how much they'll even be able to rep up this Barghest, so they might, in fact, be able to kill him and something else on the next reload.
Yeah, this Kirin is just getting like streaked by the support and like Skybreaker bounces. It's got a ton of drones like shooting it too. So the Bargus is gone. I think they're gonna lose to Kirin, and then this next Bargus is definitely gonna die. I think it's I think it's probably over at this point, right? Like the only DPS chips they have on the field is the Bargus and the Anagama and maybe whatever the Rapier has.
Yeah, but that's really interesting in itself, because we've seen two different flavors of Barghest comps here, and the one with, would you believe it, the Zarmaz, the armor Barghest with Pontifex, Magus, and some Skybreakers, has actually come out on top here with basically minimal damage at all. They only lost the Magus for the links, but we offered maligned the Zarmaz, sorry, for just not being a good choice, but here it seems to have worked excellently for them.
Yeah, one thing that's really interesting is the support for the minion side has just survived so well. When you consider that the Turbofeed team had that rapier, which you'd expect would just augment the damage of the Bargus like so heavily, with the webs and the presumably a TP too. But we saw like just the Magus die, and the Magus even caught reps. I think the first time they went for him.
One thing I am noticing is this support wing of the minions just seem to be sort of hugging the Zarmaz. So we talked about the Zarmaz in previous weeks and said one of the limitations of it is it has that one Triglavian rep, but it has very short rep range on all the other reps it can fit. But so I mean, if you're shooting frigates and you can't get your Logi in range, then they're kind of screwed. But the Skybreakers obviously have range with their gun. The Ponti has range on its links. So those little support wing ships are actually quite happy to just float around the Zarmaz and stay within his rep range. And it sort of frees him up to use reps on them, stop them getting volleyed, and keep his muted active Triglavian rep for the Barghest should they need it, which, I mean, clearly they don't anymore, with just the Rapier, the Stalk, and the Garma left to die.
Yeah, the other weird choice is, I think, the Rocket Heretic. Like when we've seen interdictors used in the past, normally in like Flykiller kind of comps, or just as like a cheap light missile ship, especially the Flycatcher with the recent buffs that it had. It has like pretty strong light missiles with a velocity bonus, and also has like a short HP bonus, so it's not as vulnerable as you would expect.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we're just waiting for this Stalk and Garma to die now. Obviously, no chance of them for surviving, but yeah, I commend the minions for their decision making here. I questioned it at the start of the match when they fired that volley into the first Barghest, and it didn't quite die. He got down to low armor. And then they waited and they reloaded and they just chilled for a little bit, and then they fired their second volley into the Barghest. And the thing about that is it may be slow progress, but at least it's progress. At least you're going to get something at the end of it. It's a known quantity, and hats off to them. They said, well, we know we're going to get something for this volley. We know we're going to get a result out of it. If we can just hold on for a minute and make sure they get nothing, then we're good to go. And yeah, worked out for them. Good job.
Yeah, so we'll throw it back to Ithaca in the booth.